Hi, this is Steve, and welcome back to Affiliate Marketing for Beginners. This is part 3. We're talking about autoresponder services. So there are 3 big players in the autoresponder market. There are many others, but these are the affordable players. This is where you should be considering started. The 3 players are Aweber, MailChimp, and GetResponse. And each of these have a free service that you could get started with, but I do recommend, if you've got the budget, that you actually dip into your pocket and get a pro version of any of these services because of the benefits that you get with that. Now, the number one benefit that I've found in my own personal experience, and I have tested all 3 of these by the way, is that you get better deliverability if you've got a paid service. In other words, when an email goes out, it's much more likely to land in somebody's inbox rather than the spam folder, and obviously that's crucial. Now, none of these services would admit to that. They would say, well, the service is exactly the same whether it's paid or a free service, but you draw your own conclusions on that. As I say, in my personal experience, I've tested free accounts, and in my personal experience, you don't get as good a deliverability with a free service. But if your budget is real tight, it's better off to start for free and at least start building a mailing list, because that's the important factor of autoresponder services and making money online. It's much better to get started than to do nothing at all. Your account will improve when you then upgrade to a paid service later. So getting started is the most important thing. If you can afford it though in the budget, and these services really starting around about $15 a month, it's not a great deal of money. It's around £10, £11 if you're in the UK. So these services are very worthwhile, and as I say, if you've got the budget for it, start with a paid version. Now, some of you here might not have a clue what I'm talking about when I say autoresponder services, and I say this is affiliate marketing for beginners, so I'm just going to break this down for you into a very simple explanation. So an autoresponder service is a service that sends emails out to people when a person has given you your or their email address. So here on the page here, you can see I've got a 3-step formula to successful lifestyle business. This is a lead capture page. You'll have seen many when you've been clicking around at the internet, and you've probably entered your name and email into many of these. This is the front end, if you like, of an autoresponder service. A person enters their name and email into a form like this, and what happens is they'll end up on your mailing list, a list of your subscribers. Here you can see one of my mailing lists, and this is the sort of thing that you'll get no matter which service you use. I happen to use Aweber, that's my preferred autoresponder, and this is a screenshot, live screenshot from one of my mailing lists in Aweber. So this is what happens. Person enters their name and email address, and it appears on a list for you of subscribers. Now, what happens when it's on that list of subscribers? Well, obviously, we want to send those people emails to market to those people. You can do that in a couple of ways. One way is to simply type an email and send it to everybody on the list. And another way is to use a campaign. And a campaign is a process where you write the emails in advance and then tell the system to send emails out automatically as an auto response to somebody submitting their email through your form. So here's an example of a campaign that I've got set up in one of my mailing lists. I'm showing you here the first 10 days. You can see right at the top it says trigger campaign for new subscriber. In other words, when a person joins this mailing list, start this process. And you can see that what I've got is the first thing here is to send a congratulations, here's your access info message. And then I'm telling the system to wait 1 day before sending the next email, and then wait 1 day before sending the next email, and so on. But obviously you can configure campaigns however you wish. For example, maybe this sort of thing would work for a campaign where a person joins or opts into your mailing list. That is day 0. They get a welcome email from you. And then on the second day, they get a follow-up email, maybe with a special offer. And then perhaps you wait a couple more days, and on day 5, you send a promotion out for your product or service. This is how autoresponders work. It's a very simple process, but if nobody's ever told you before, obviously this will be good education for you. It gives you a good overview here in just a few minutes of exactly what an autoresponder service is. Now, they're incredibly important because if you can build a mailing list of people in your autoresponder, you can always send messages out and make money, and that of course is the object of affiliate marketing. So as I say, there are three main services. Aweber, GetResponse and MailChimp are the three that we're talking about here, and the reason I'm only choosing these three is they're the only three I would consider if getting started with affiliate marketing today. Now, from my experience, I've used all three of these and I've listed them on the screen now in the order of my personal preference. Aweber at the top, that's what I use personally every day. GetResponse I would put second, and MailChimp I would put third. Now, that might seem strange to people who maybe, if you've seen around the internet, a lot of websites do indeed use MailChimp. It's probably it probably is the biggest one used by WordPress users. That doesn't mean that it's great for affiliate marketing. So personally, I would choose in this order, but the choice is entirely yours. I do recommend you start with a paid account rather than a free account if you've got the budget to do so. But the real benefit of that is as you start to get the income roll in and you start to send your emails out. It's more important to get started with an account for a free if that's all your budget affords. But as I say, these accounts do start at around about $15, about £11 if you're in the UK per month. So well worthwhile. Now, that's it for this part 3 where we've talked about autoresponders. In part 4 of Affiliate Marketing for Beginners, I'm going to explain some very important details about landing pages that you really need to know, and 99 people out of 100 do not understand what I'm going to teach you in part 4. So if this interests you, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel and turn on that bell notification icon so that you get notified when I publish more videos like this. And once again, thanks very much for watching.